Zambala, Samji Tajidele Shubuyu,
Touch delay, everyone.
Nidandangazo, Mendal Puzul de la Leb de Yure, Nidang Ngöndro Ji, Sosa Debjang Nana Chodo Gilbachida, Mendra di Yinzang, Nazo Mendra di, Pugu Yure, Mendra Puyong di Zanada, Mikba, Chayasana Mendu, Tengdo, Nazo Chabro Kapso Salda Be, Soxing Jero, Tagarang Salda Be Imbala, Chungse Gyurba Bade, Dinzo Salda Buya Mare, Kang Salda Bu Mare Siduzana, Sashi Dang, Pazam Jing Dan, Dinzo Salda Mebo Bache, Namge Ji de la, Jimbe Ji Pongbo, Jim Pong Mongbo, Tik de Bache, or that Jimbong Ji de Ji de la, Gurum Bache la, Nikarasore. Lama ji tsomali ba tamze korde yoba. Di dundu, yedam, pal doje senpa la, chenang ji yude di, yedam lazo mali ba tamze korde yoba. Dende ji, salgu yore.
Right now, we are contemplating on the actual way of making the mandala offering. Since it is the best practice among the practices of accumulation of merit and purification of obscurations, we make the mandala offering. Regarding the visualization of the field of merit, as mentioned before, we need to picture or visualize the same field of merit as we have done during the refuge practice. But here we don't have to visualize exactly the same. We don't have to visualize all of them. To begin with, we don't have to visualize the base or the wish fulfilling tree. We can begin our visualization by visualizing banks of clouds in the space before ourselves, and in the center of them visualize Guru Rinpoche surrounded by all the lamas, and in front of them visualize the root Yidam Vajrasattva surrounded by all the Yidam deities of the inner and outer tantras.
Daga nangshen do, gurumba je yesan, yesho de la, kiyen de la, domba jumden de shaje tuba. Yen takore la, sanje tong sanje mali ba tamze korde yoba. Dende je salda bugu yore.
Likewise, on the right hand side of Guru Rinpoche, visualize Sakyamuni Buddha at the center, surrounded from both right and left by all the 2000 Buddhas.
Kyab de la, songrab tambe chu, tekwa sumji chu mali ba tamze, lekbang ju soksum ne yoba kansha la, karasa kore, tekwa gui ta hurdire tokde yoba. Dende je salda bugu yore.
Then, at the backside of Guru Rinpoche, visualize scriptures, the supreme teachings or the dharmas of the three yanas present in the form of volumes of scriptures, which are spelling out precisely all the dharmas of the nine yanas.
Guru Rinpoche yonchon de la, tekwa che chung yi kendun, tekwa chenpo kendun de, nyewe sachin je den zoda, tekwa chung kendun, namba chonje la, nedun churu la soba. Dende je chonde yoba, dende je salda bugu do.
On the left hand side of Guru Rinpoche, visualize the sanghas of both the foundational vehicle and the Mahayana vehicle. Visualize the 8 heart suns representing the Mahayana the Sanghas of the Mahayana. Likewise, visualize the 16 Arhats representing the Sanghas of the foundational vehicle.
ane parsam denzola dene kasore khandro da ane chojong soma maliba la soba da dene sawa somda dene je thakore korte yoba khandar namke ing maliba tamje ane konjo somda sawa somda chojong da nola terda da jeba tamje ye kangne wa dene je salda bo yore de kaso ngondro Chapter Kabi, Chiba Jaden in Bala, and a Chongse Jurne, not in the Jamie Banango.
And finally, in these spaces in between, visualize Dakinis, the protected deities, and the three roots covering the whole space. In brief, one should visualize the space filled with the three refuge, three roots, as well as the protected deities, wealth gods, and therma guarding deities, and so on, just like when we did in refuge practice, with just a little variation in the beginning.
On Lazota did our Jabu Lama Denzola and Kazuji, the Menda Purgurua, Menda Purgudu, and the Chubby Menda, the Druby Mendals, and the New Year. And a Druby Mendal de, and the Kilgordi, Dundo, and a Shire, did in Mazo. Tsombonga, Gungaba, Yeshangadang, or the next Somba Jawichedo, the Sombo, Naji, Ganeshago.
There are two types of mandala, outer mandala that we offer to the Lama and the refuge, the receiver of the mandala. The mandala that we offer and the one that we accomplish. The mandala that we accomplish is placed at the front of the kilkor or the shrine offering. This is basically placed by putting 5 heaps of the offering objects representing the 5 kayas or the 5 wisdoms and so on, and placed in front of the main shrine offering.
Tsumungan Kwadang de Dosre, and Druden de Lane, Pachungam, and the Tesang de Reju, and Pang Chung de Java de La, ne Druden de Tsumanga, Yila Cheche, ne Dun Sharjo de la Cheche, ne Lojo la Cheche, ne Nucho la Chek, or Changjo la de Chek, Sombanga. The Nekone Shabu, the Nekone Shap, or that the Chaba Papa Yondu, Chaba Kilgoti Dunla. Ne Chavana Dunla Soba Yobajin de Dunlados and Shashan and the Nindine Jalatin also Chubby mental derivation and Purbudu.
For the manner of how to place the 5 hips, as demonstrated just now by Khenpo, one should first start by placing a heap of grains in the center, one in the front, the east, one on the south, one on the west, and finally one on the north, completing the 5 hips. So after completing the placement of the 5 hips, one can keep this offering in front of the kilkor, the shrine, in front of the shrine offering, whether be it the normal offering or the 7 branch or any other shrine offering. Only after making the offering of the mandala, of the accomplish of mandala of the that we accomplish, we begin the actual mandala or the offering mandala.
Chubby mental Busu de Intimation of Sironang.
So now we will begin with the step-by-step instructions on how to offer or make the offer of the offering mandala.
Om Bazarasado Samaya Manumba Laya Bazarasado Denoma Denaju Subhakaya me bhava subhakaya me bhava anurada me sarvasudha meda yada sarva karma sudha me zidam me chire kuru hum ha 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 hu bhagav sarva dada gada bhajram mimada bhajram mahasamaya sadhu om bhajram bhimya ye yongzo tabar wanje sarje saje om bhajram bhimya che chare kuru je kuru uzo hum re jalbo re ra ni chara le babo o zambo ling no balang je chang da me ni le dan le ba aya dang aya we shin ye den da lam jo ru da me nian da me nian je da Rumba je re o ba zam je jin don je ye ba ma ma ba ye lo do Gorlo rimbo je Nurgo rimbo je Sumo rimbo je Langbo rimbo je Taojo rimbo je Mabe rimbo je Tere jembo ye Bomba Kirwa ma Chenwa ma Lo ma Gara ma Medo ma Tube ma Nanzal ma Deja ma Nye ma Dawa Rimboje do chule nambara jawe jaze Uza lada me bajuram buzum soba ma zawa me badini Zawa dan gyobaran jebe balde lama damba namda idam jilgur je hazo sanje Chanjo zamba bawa kandu chulung yung Nel nola derda soda jeba namla volwaran je o doje juwe dondu shezu chinde chinde labdu sa je boju joje me dodam ram je nide jeba sanje shindo me de bolwa ye ndogo namda shin la ju baraj idam guru ranna mandala buza me ga Tananda ye zamjin libu na longzhe bebo le shere ram ye da je la me longzhe sa me je kunzang che be chum yume jaban zhu je de kunzhe ren jen za wa zong zhe zong na la de zo la kube da do sonam zong je ram zong ne je na wa je bara ju umang guru de wa da ne sarwa ran na mandala bo za me ga kamzum dojo baljum da lo longje bedu toje da nye nam shine jenje lam do zolo sarva da da gadara nam da la boza do che ne amena phuzu de ne shibja jene ne kale jene shugi
We will elaborate more on the way or method of offering the mandala later.
ne dangbo ta chala kare kare phore se jo zana mental be je de chala de rap chungwa ina ne ser da ngula so ba rimbo chere temena ne sangda chala so ba temena ne shingdang karwa da tola so ba da na karijuna yin dige yore ni da ser ngul de zo ina chungze la sora shi de ne sangda cha karwa la so ba ina ni chungze la da da ne temen ba da ne shingdang de ne juna yang chungze la de ne togang tukang kore dinde sige yore. Wa dinde je jalo gogo do la. Ani ta bulye je jala de yang ani rab chungwa ina. Ani sere ngolo sangja norbo la soba dinde norbo re dinde gogo yore. Yu churu mode la soba norbo re. Ani ta ding chungwa ina menna. Men se ora aro baro kyuru la soba ta dinde je men re dinzo. Dinde nangshe men re dinzo gogo yore. Ani te mena dinde dure. 네, 저 나서만 저를 남방가 나서마든 주의를 주고 그래. 네, 대면은 타마타마는 되네. 제마다 도다. 네, 살아서 이제 유효성자래.
So just now, Kimbola demonstrated us the offering of the offering mandala, the actual offering of the mandala. And now we will begin with the instructions. So first of all, regarding with the required objects of the mandala offering, we need the mandala itself, the article where we make our offerings. If possible, mandala made of gold or silver is considered the best. If not, one can have those made of bronze or copper, and mandala made of wood or stone are also fine. Likewise, regarding the size of the mandala, mandalas that are made of gold and silver are required to be at least the size of our forefingers atop it, while those made of bronze and coppers or other similar materials should at least be the size of the one Kimbola is holding. And for mandalas made of wood or stone and so forth, it is said that it should at least be 1 cubit long. As for the objects that we offer, jewels and precious stones like gold, silver, ruby are considered the best offering. Then medicines of various kinds are considered the second best objects to offer. Following that are the grains like barley, wheat, and the likes. And finally, even sand, stones, or earth is also said to be offerable if none of the above is attainable.
아니, 된대제 답부용데 단다 아니 전전도 좀 많이나. 안 된대제래. 하나 더 소소지 아니 강야고도 안 된대제. 레드네 감네. 네 샤고도 레드네 자. 아니 부용데 산나양 종소나 데라. 주도 송자 아니 도스 라바 요말라강 안 된대제네 때. 네 대고여래.
Likewise, if one wishes, one can also get a cloth of one's own desired color and place it like Khenpo has. Then, before making the offering, one should place few grains on your left hand and then hold the mandala as demonstrated by Khenpo with the same hand and begin the mandala offering.
데니 디에젤라테네 가르소레 디 팅마지 네 팅마 좀 팔아치 안테 갑소 데네가 가르시고레세는 사나 이자지 동그레 팅마 좀 팔아치 팅마 좀 쏠아치 데네 이 이자지 동그레 디데 팔아치 용도잖아 네 랑샤 섬데 탐제지 류nga 예숨지 네 대바 나 대바 탐제 다송삼 tema som tsula ching de sana ne mama yedam khandro la so ba nam ji ko song to ngo do tam ji tsula ra song wa de de sam ya yin ba de.
So we begin with wiping the surface of the mandala with our wrist as demonstrated by Khenpo. 3 times clockwise and 3 times anti-clockwise, while simultaneously reciting the 100-syllable Dharani. For once, while wiping the surface clockwise, one should imagine that all the evil deeds and obscuration of the body, speech, and mind of all sentient beings, including oneself and others, have been purified. And similarly, when wiping anti-clockwise 3 times thrice, one should imagine that all the siddhis or the accomplishments of the body, speech, and mind of Guru, Yidam, and deities have been received. So this is how one should visualize while wiping and reciting the 100-syllable Dharani.
Tene de chala ene kare ne chuji chapje dengo do ta chapde chungso na bajung nga denzo kan yoro ma denzo am teme na tene ga so re dela dina la kaje korgum da tene tesang denzo je pangne ja de chapje ne dengo do chapde de jene de kan de changju simji ene chu len de ba ka de ne changju simji ne ka so de da mendalo yong chi do ne chapje dengo kore 어딘데 제 ene chapde den zawon jola ene kale donshana rigro dine tengmo sunde da ji chegin dalo bazara sa do za maya mano ba bazara sa do de no ba de da ru me so do ga yo me ba wa so do ga yo me ando ra do me ba wa za la se de me da ya za wa ga ma so za sidam shire yam koro hong ha 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 Bhagavan Sarvadata Gada Bajra Mame Bajra Bhava Mahasamaya Sadhu Tinejatini Dejala.
After that, we sprinkle water on the mandala as just demonstrated by Kimbola. So please follow Kimbola on the instructions. The water can contain either of the 5 cow products or Kashmiri saffron or other kinds of fragrances soaked in it. The water is sprinkled in order for us to not be apart from the mindset of bodhicitta while making the offering. Once we finish sprinkling the water, we begin reciting and wiping as instructed above. We recite the 100-syllable Dharani while wiping the mandala with our wrist clockwise and anti-clockwise. And again sprinkle water at the end as demonstrated by Khenpo.
Tepsin Ngöndro je lane Bazara Bame Aw He Yongsu Dabar Wanje Serje Sash Ndu Kilasha Je Jagre Je Koro Kuruzu Hong Sana De Gavsane Jagre De Ko Ning Re Jalbo Rera Setasana Rera So De Kila On the Je Rusomba Je Ko Dine chala lingshi din zola ne shar le ba bo nun tho zambo ling no balang ju chang thamin no che.
Then, holding a grain with our thumb and ring finger, we recite Om Vajra Bhumi Ahum Shi Yon Sutaba Wonchen Se Jisaje. While reciting this, we go clockwise around the mandala with the grain and place it in the center when we complete the recitation till Se Jisaje. Then we recite Chi Jagri Korwe Yon Suhung, and while reciting this, we place the second ring or the iron fence, the first ring, the iron fence representing the iron fence of the mandala while reciting it. And then while reciting Ri in Jalpo Rirab, we place a heap of grains in the center representing the Mount Meru. Following that, for the four continents, we hold a heap of grains in one hand and place it accordingly. Shal Lupabo, Purva Videha in the east, Hlo Zambuling, Jambu Diriba in the south, Nu Palangchu, Aparangonania in the west, and Chang Damingen, Uttara Kuru in the north.
Ninde jala lingzhen je denzo, ni sharcho tila. Ni lue dang, lue ba, ni lojo tila. Ngaya dang, ngaya vishen, dojo la, yue den da lam zhong zho, ni jang zho la. Chamien nyen dang, chamien nyen jen da, ho dinde che. Tini di jala, lingzhi sozo je da, tomong mayin ba ye pabi. Ni kaso hore, yue je denzo re.
Then we continue the offering of the 8 subcontinents, beginning with Lutang Lupak, Deha and Videha to the east, Ngayab Tang Ngayab Shen, Tamara and Atamara to the south, Yoden Tang Lamchondro, Sataha and Uttara Mantrina to the west, Dramingen Tang Dramingen Jida, Kurava and Kaurava to the north. Following that, we offer the particular material offerings of the 4 continents.
Ni sharla, rinpoche, rivo, oro pasam ji xing, ni lundu donje, pa, ni changdu mama bayan lo dos. O dinde che, tini di jongla, ni chagri ji koi. Ni kyalsin na dun, gogudu, diwa ni kyalsin na dun di, ni sharjola kolo rinpoche, lojo nurgo rinpoche, ni zomo rinpoche, lombo rinpoche di, choshi la chen.
To the east, Rinpoche Rivo, the Jewel Mountain. To the south, Paksam Gishing, the wish-fulfilling tree. To the west, Dojoi Bha, the wish-fulfilling cow. And to the north, Mamopai Loto, the harvest which does not need sowing. Then, after that, we place another iron fence or a ring above the first ring and continue with the offering of the 7 types of precious objects. Starting from the east, Kolo Rinpoche, the precious whale, Norbu Rinpoche, the precious gem, Tsumo Rinpoche, the precious queen, and Lombo Rinpoche, the precious minister. Those are in the 4 cardinal directions.
Ninde jala tsamji shise oroa, shalo rono nubjang tsamji de la. Langbo rinpoche, takjo rinpoche, ne magbo rinpoche, ne jing madang wadi, ne tere chenpo ye bomba asa. Ando che, ne di che tingdo, ne yanjara ne chagri jik, doos ko shagore. Ne didi kabzo chobi lamban je, ne chobi lamban je den chok hi, ne sam hi, wadene logo do.
After that, we offer the remaining precious objects in the intermediate directions, beginning from the southeast, Langbo Rinpoche, the precious elephant, Tamcho Rinpoche, the precious horse, Makpun Rinpoche, the precious general, and lastly, Khenpo Ibumpa, the precious vase, which is not among the 7 precious objects. Then again, we place the final iron fence above the second ring. Upon the final iron fence, we offer the 8 offering goddesses, each on the 4 cardinal and the 4 intermediate directions.
Gewama, Tenwama, Luma, Karma, Medoma, Tubema, Nasalma, Tichama. Tini Dejala, Nima de, ni Dunjolaje. Dawa de, ni Jabjolaje. Rinpoche Ndo. Cholan number Javi Jazindi. The nation at in it, the invasion to Ma, Nonzo Quene, and Quesa Jolani, to Ondros in the castle, Zeto de Quet, and Delan Junior Soloson, and the nation and the invasion was.
The first one is Gekpama, the goddess of beauty. Then Tenwama, the goddess of garlands. Luma, the goddess of songs. Karma, the goddess of dance. Following them are the goddesses of the 4 intermediate directions. Metoma, the goddess of flowers. Tupuma, the goddess of incense. Nangsalma, the goddess of light. And finally, Tichama, the goddess of perfume. After that, we offer the sun, Nima, in the front, the moon, Dawa, in the back. Likewise, the royal victorious banner, Chole Nambaran Javin Jalsin, in the right, and the marvelous and flawless wealth of gods and men, Ladang Mi Paljur Punsun Tsoba, Matsawa Meba, in the left. After that, we completely fill the mandala with the grains, and finally place the top ornament on the mandala, the precious umbrella on the top. Having completed that, we then have to hold few grains as we did earlier in our right hand.
Adami, Pajur Bunzum Soma, Mazawa Mebadi. Zawada, Kubar Jebe, Balde Lama, Taba Nama, Idam Kilgur Jela, So Sanjeda, Chanju Samba, Bawa Kando, Chuyon Dola, Tebda, Soda Jeba, Namla, Waranji. Tujundu, Dundu, Shizu, Shi, Nation Jela, Zulu, Saji, Boju, Jembe, Dada, Rabin Jinji Dejem. Sanje Shingdon, Big Devil Wayan, Dogan Namda Shinlanjo, Barasho, Ida Munguro, and Mandala. Kamni Yada Yami. Dang, Dila Menda Sutuma Segura, Diganani, Tulu Parjapo, no Junjaba, Mount, Tananda, Samjinji, Luda Lonjo Kiss. Ninji Ram Yeda, Lame Lonjo, Sameja, Consanjo Bedin Monja, you may several project. Conjo and Jensa, Joson no Lanjazo, no Kubenda, Sonam Soja Ramson, Asian, Nawanja, Barajo, Muguru, Devanda, Sarvara, Naman, Puza Mega. Dizon, Dejalatini, and Dharma Leso Sumna Yabadi. Oma Hong comes on the job, Paljuna, Dalu Lonjo Gazon, Toje Danyanam. Shine Jinja Labdo, Sarwanda Daga, Darana Mandala, Buza. On the nation and Mendal. Sodoma Yozojan, Invasion of Purbu.
And recite the remaining part of mandala prayer, bringing forth the entire mandala offering, continuing with Usul Hadami Paljur Punsu. In that way, as instructed by Khenpo, we continue the recitation of the mandala prayer, which is generally known as the 37-point mandala offering. Then continue with the recitation of mandala according to the Tuktu Pachakunsel, which starts with Om Ahum Dagdan Thayin Simjenji and so forth, as demonstrated by Kimbola. After reciting that, we continue with the mandala prayer included in the Triple Excellence Tara practice, starting with Om Ahum Kamsum Nuju Paljurtam and so forth. In this way, we need to recite and offer mandala in accordance with the 37-point mandala offering.
ane da puyo sawe njola tini dinde malpa shik lapa shik yungdu da mendal kyada bongla tira bumla momba je sab kogi yana da di chagre da to pala ya tini garzogre chola lang ne tenji nang jinjine ni chapchi yinde rawa tini dinde se chula chi ten mendal duma segre mendal dunji kulpogre dinde nangbo chi la tini shar ko no chang ane teng da ho de chine yang chola lang ta de gabso danda turu barje konsel ji Ngöndro sak yozang ane mendal kazo kare dongore se de omang kamsum no ju se dongore.
After completing the mandala offering, if you are someone practicing and need to accumulate mandala offering for over 1,000 or even 100,000 times, then you can disassemble the mandala, pour all the grains back, and then place the iron fences or the rings and the top ornament beside, and again begin by sprinkling water on the mandala base as demonstrated by Kimbola. For the accumulation of the mandala offering, there is this specific practice of the 7-point mandala offering, which is a concise version of the mandala offering that we do while accumulating. We start with wiping the mandala base twice, once clockwise and then once anti-clockwise with our wrist, and begin the offering. First, we take a handful of grain and then pour the grain starting from the center, then east, south, west, north, and then above and below. Then we complete the mandala and pour back the grains and repeat again. Regarding the recitation of mandala prayer while doing the 7-point mandala offering, since we are practicing the mandala offering according to Tuktu Pachekun Ngöndro, we need to recite the concise mandala offering starting with Om Ahum Kamsum Nuju Panjurdang and so forth.
Danda de masana omang kamsum no jo ba jo da lo lo jo go jo suje da ni nam lo ba shin de jin ya lab do sarwa da ga da re nam man da lab do za o omang kamsum no jo ba jo lo lo jo ke zo no suje da ni nam shin de jin ya lab do za sarwa da ga da re nam man da lab do za omang kamsum no jo ba jo da lo lo jo ke zo suje da ni nam lo ba shin de jin ya lab do sarwa da ga da re nam man da lab do za ando chene de pe go yore ta de mendal de ni chi mendal chang yore ni chi mendal ling chi re ram ni da la so ba de chen de ji je den na lo yebe ani ngo su jor wa da ye ji tur ba la so ba pon so ba tham je ye ni la na ta dan da mendal de len du ne nen la ma ye dam khan chu no la ter da da je ba tham je la ani kar sa gore pulin sa ba ji go yore.
And then, as Khenpo demonstrated himself, we need to recite and offer the mandala continuously like that. So that was the outer mandala offering. In brief, the outer mandala offering consists of offering the entire outer world, whether as an actual or imagined offer, including the four continents, Mount Meru, the sun, and the moon, to all the receiver of the offering. One should imagine all the offerings on the mandala and visualize that the offerings has been made to all the guru, hidam, deities, dakinis, wealth gods, protectors, Dharmagyan deities, and so forth.
Dene denyamdo nangi mendal de ane rangi ji lu longjo kesa da jeba tamje ane karasu ware. Ane pulin sambaji gogore.
The inner mandala offering consists of offering one's own body, possession, and properties on top of the objects of the outer offering to the receiver of the offerings, including lama, idam, khando, and the refuge.
Ane sangwe mendal de bulwa dinda samaya milamdo juma da wa rangshin kaya madroba. Ane kaab gomla ane tongi je tawe tsi senje. Wa dene bulja bulyul. Ane pulwa sangma ane rangshin madroba ane pulwa de. Ane sangwe mendal sabi yore.
Likewise, the sacred mandala offering is the awareness that all these offerings are just like dreams and apparitions and devoid of any kind of self-nature. It is also the offering made out of the view of emptiness, realizing that none of the aspects of the mandala offering, the offerer, the object, and the receiver has a self-nature, that everything is devoid of self-nature. This is the sacred mandala offering.
Nazuda tama tun duren du kapsu yang godangbo nangshin chene. Bazar sado sa maya manu ba laya bazar sado deno ba deno dero maya bawa sudo goya subo goya maya bawa narado maya bawa sarva sedem sarva karma suza maya sedam shireyam kuro hung ha 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 bhagavana sarva tata gadam bazar bombe bazar maha samaya sado bazar bombe wang shi yongsu daba Ongja sarje saji bazare de ahong che chagre koro yu uzo re jalware ra jara lo babo lo zambolin no balang je jan damenye yudan lo ba ngayav je yuden da lamjo do damenye je da Rinpo je rewo bazan ye yin don ju ye ba mamo ba ye lo do Golo Rinpo je Nurbo Rinpo je Zumo Rinpo je Lumbo Rinpo je Langbo Rinpo je Dajun Rinpo je Mabun Rinpo je Tere Chenpo ye Bomba Kewa ma, Chenwa ma, Lo ma, Kara ma Medo ma, Dube ma, Nanzal ma, Deja ma Nye ma, Dawa Rinpo je Do Chule Nambara Tewe Jaze Uzo Lada me Bajaro Bozum Zoba Mazawa me Badini Zawada Kyubar Jebe Balde Lama Taba Namba Idam Kilgur Jela So Sanje Da Chanchu Samba Bawa Kandro Chuyon Dola Tebda Ke Soda Jeba Namla Bulwaranji Tsondru Ngöndro she so so she ne jin je la do so lo sa she bu ju ju je me re ra lung je ni de jan ba de song je xing do mi de bu Rongwa nam da xing do je wa ra jo ye da mu gu ro ran da men da la bam de ya da ya ma da da ye zam jen je lu da long jo ke zo bu lung je re ra mi da je la me long jo Quan sang che be tin bong che yun me che bro do je de kon jo ren chen sa wa so cho song no lan ja zo long go be da do so nam so je ram zo ne je na wan je ba ra jo om gu ro de wan da sarwa ran na mandala bo za me ga o ma won kam zum do jo ba ju dan ta lu long je ge tu je da ni nam la bo chen de jin je la do zo lo om sarwa da da ga da ran na mandala bo za ane sawe jalandi ane ta Ngöndro bumda momo sawe na ane tundi re sawe jalandi dene do sha na digi yore yage kangla ya buwa jina ane sur jala sha ane temme na dene sulu duyini sha na digi doa ane tundi ma ca rendu ane tundi yung soba tamze sa rendu dene yang tama je korang 소신 탐제 솔란드 안 소신 상무 솔란드 있는 어디 쉬네 아니라 팀네드네 미미가라샤 아니 도좀 거라니 원저든 아니 마 타갈래 진마 짜르는 저기요래 디안다 남준도진 신감고 바제비는 남라든 소신 탐제 워셔로 오봉 바로슈 다다 섬진 남라 예르메드 소나미시 소녀 조버쇼 디든 되니 미미가라 교스니 마찬가지 저기요래
Finally, when the time comes to conclude the session, we again make the final mandala offering, just like the first one, as Khenpo just instructed and demonstrated. We follow the entire offering, and at the end, if you are accumulating mandala offering over 1,000 or 100,000 times, then you can just keep it at one side after each session, or if you wish, you can also disassemble it. Then when you are done with the complete session for the day, at the end one should visualize the entire field of merit dissolve and melt into light, and then radiate to oneself and rest in the state of non-perception. After that, one can conclude the Tuktur Ngöndro itself by reciting Singhamko Kyagyul Ranglathim and so forth as usual, and finally meditate or rest in the state of non-perception for a while.
Ngöndro nane dene Mandala sadana menda phuzo de ne dene rajire.
So this concludes the method of accumulating or offering the mandala offering among the Ngöndro or preliminary practices.
La so ne sangmala ne tuji ji shuye ne kuzong do jana dene ngazo chama jayong.
Thank you everyone. Take care and we'll see you next time.